Hello, all, and welcome to this lazy Friday afternoon beer review, which actually wasn't a very lazy Friday because I actually did quite a few chores today. Um, though obviously I didn't go and make my bed because, I don't like rearranging my pillows. See, those are all pillows. I have like 8 pillows, so yeah, it sounds weird, but it's like sometimes I like a variety of like sometimes I want something a little bit more firm, sometimes I want something a little bit more piled up, or sometimes I want something a little bit more flat. So I have a variety of pillows. So what's the beer we're reviewing tonight? Well, this is from Elysian Brewing, and I got this because, as you can see from here, Tart IPA. Altered Contact Tart IPA, and I have to say, it's got one of the coolest can arts I've ever seen. It's kind of like this guy coming out of like some sort of sensory chamber or something like that, and there's like a circuit board design here and everything. So it's a pretty darn cool can, I think. So let's go and read the label, shall we? Altered Contact rewires your perception of IPAs with its electrifyingly tart and juicy demeanor. Plug into galvanized notes of orange, tangerine, mango, and pineapple. There's no turning back now. Brewhouse. We opened our doors in 1996 when bold art and music defined Seattle. We carry that same spirit in the way we brew our beer. It's all about taking chances, learning from our missteps, and changing perceptions. Pull up a bar stool at ElysianBrewing.com. I need to go and practice my announcer voice. If you haven't kind of noticed, my natural talking voice is kind of nasally, but I can do like this. Altered Contact is rewires your perception of IPAs with its electrifyingly tart and juicy demeanor. Have that rich, dulcet tones, advertiser tones. This basically, I use my singing voice to talk, and that's it. So, without much further ado, I've already wasted 2.5 minutes just yammering on. I guess I should dub this the yammering on review because I haven't dubbed it anything yet. We'll pour this out into your regular pub glass here. Giving it a very vigorous pour because it does not pour much head for some reason. Hazy orange yellow with a thin, frothy off-white head. That is redolent of mangoes, overripe pineapple, hints of ozone and dank, but generally defined by tropical fruit. And the nose is fairly muted for the style. Usually with these hazy tropical, I expect a little bit more burst of a little bit more punchiness and burst in the nose. Probably related to the fact that it doesn't get much head for some reason. Onto the palate. Very fruity, very juicy. Despite it being called a tart IPA, I'd say the tartness is quite a bit subdued. Um, compared to the juicy hazy IPA aspect, which really predominates. Up front, there's a quick bite of acidity before the rest of that juiciness, including sugars, kind of rush in to fill the gap. Very much orange, citrus, grapefruit. All in all, kind of a bog standard hazy IPA. The tartness doesn't really play too much into it. By the way, I haven't mentioned it yet because it's really green on black is kind of hard for me to read, especially when it's I can't tell if this is a 6.6 or 6.8 IAB, a 6.8, 6.6 or 6. Let me go and take a real quick Google here. It's a 6.8. 6.8 ABV. Not sure how many IBUs, but probably not too much. This is definitely not overly bitter. It's definitely citrusy. Got a lot of residual sugars there. I just wish this had a bit more tartness to it. Otherwise it's just another hazy IPA. And as you guys all know, I'm kind of like really over that style. Which is strange because I do drink quite a bit of grapefruit juice, honestly. But the thing is, I want my grapefruit juice to go and taste like grapefruit juice. And I'm getting to the point, I'm retrenching in regards to beer. Unless it's something that really pushes the limits out there with wild yeasts and whatnot, I really am just yearning for beer-flavored beer. Give me a nice, good red ale. Give me, I don't know, a Doppelbock. As it warms, tartness is becoming a little bit more apparent. I, I, I have a strong feeling that you could give this beer to a guy, and any sort of craft beer drinker who likes IPAs, and if you didn't tell them that it was labeled a tart IPA, I don't think that they would guess it is a tart IPA because it is well within the standards of that hazy IPA style. That said, nothing really offensive here. I mean, if you like this style of IPA, you'll probably think, oh, it's an interesting twist, a slightly more acidic, um, hazy IPA. Balances out the sugars a bit. I don't know. If that's your jam. That's your jam. I'm not going to go and criticize you for it. So I've kind of run out of things to say about this beer. Altered Contact Tart IPA. Really sort of standard tropical hazy IPA, and that lots of tropical fruit in the nose, lots of citrus and grapefruit in the palate. Not too much, not too much tartness, but such are the vicissitudes of life. Again, not hitting this. It's just it's not as out there as I was hoping it would be. I thought it would go and I thought it would go and shock me a little bit outside of the sort of jaded blaseness I have towards IPAs at this moment, especially hazy ones. Well, folks, that's your beer review for this afternoon. I am going to go and make some dinner and watch some videos. Cheers.